this computer. Okay, so this is session 2 with Liv Vaughn. It is echoing. 121:19. Yeah. Can you hear it?
A little bit, not too bad.
Huh. Okay. What are you on? Are you on your phone or your computer?
Phone.
Yeah, you might, and I don't know if it'll work. Try headphones in the future.
Okay.
Because it might. Don't worry about it now.
Okay.
But it's never echoed before. It's weird. Anyway, let's put everything aside and take a moment and just get grounded and centered. And so a nice deep breath all the way down to your hip. Putting away and letting go of the thoughts of the day. And another deep breath, this time pushing it to down your legs, down to your feet, and through the floor and deep into the earth. And notice your energy around your body. And once you get a hold of that energy or a sensation of it, just push it out to the edges of the room. This idea of controlling that energy, just pushing it out to the edges of the room. And imagine, if you can, your crown chakra. Opening up your crown chakra and letting the universe pour in all the knowledge and wisdom, the possibility. Just opening up, being receptive. Nice deep breath. A real sensation of being grounded. Just in the stillness, pausing for the day. And pulling your energy in around your body. Just creating this space for openness and receptivity. And when you're ready, stretch and open your eyes. I just wanted to get us here. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. It's amazing. Now, yesterday we went to church and did a class, a medium class.
Oh.
Yeah, so that we can, we all have gifts, and it's about listening and noticing and, yeah, it was really cool. It's a
nice
spiritualist church I used to go to like 20 years ago when I lived in Sacramento. And my sister happened to be going there. Yeah. So did you get a chance to do the questions?
The questions that we had last week, right?
Yeah, the ones that go with this chapter or this module. The soul actualization needs.
Oh, yeah, actually, well, I don't know if I followed it in exact order, but I do have some soul actualization needs written down.
Okay, well, let's back up a little bit. And I'm sorry, I don't have your folder. I had to reprint your thing because I just moved. And I can't exactly tell you where it is just yet. So what were your goals and intentions the last time?
What? Say that again, sorry.
Your intentions the last time. What things were you going to accomplish?
Okay, let's see here. I'll just go back a little bit on my, let's see here. Sorry, I just have a lot of notes from the last time and my intentions. So I have them written down in my computer. This is my notebook, so. I know we wrote them down. Oh, okay, here we go. Well, for example, like stepping out of the victim chair and step into the possibility chair.
And
That was one of them. Let's see here. I guess I need to take better notes, like how I, categorize them so I can be more clear.
well, at the end, and that's what I did. I wrote down, I recapped a little bit, and then I asked you, or we came up with some intentions.
Right.
So what you'll want to do is write those down so that you.
Yeah.
I can't get this thing to stop echoing, so I have to do it live or without the headphones. Sorry, I'm talking to my sister briefly.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. So, all right. Well, how's life going?
It's good. It's good. I mean, personally, it's good. Like the way I'm looking at myself in life and feeling about myself, I'm much better these days.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think I'm clearer on myself, more confident, it seems like. So that was one of them. It was like building more confidence, less procrastination. Let's see here. Like writing down the vision of what I really want my life to look like.
Part of what that homework was.
Yeah. And so I did do that. Actually, I did it in a clear way. And basically hunkering down on the letting go basically of the self-defeating belief system that I have, that I'm not worthy. That was huge. I'm not like worthy of myself and living the life I want to live, basically. That was like one of the biggest pieces that I had to.
And then what happens, I think, is that when you let go of the blatant behaviors, you have to be vigilant to notice the subtle behaviors. Right? The not doing what you committed to yourself to doing, or you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to get up and I'm going to meditate, or I'm going to, do this thing that nurtures me, and then, not doing it, or, you know what I'm saying? So in the beginning, it's easy to identify. It just starts to, but you start to get those cleared out. And then I just want to shine a light on having the ability to look at the subtle ways that we self-defeat.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And that's not to discount the big work, because that's huge, right? To really notice it. But then you get better at, add a lot of things, but then you want to be, like I said, vigilant to watch for those times or those things that we do that are self-abandonment.
Right.
Subtle things of self-abandonment, ways that we leave ourselves back and behind, or something we might say, or something we avoid doing, or like not having visibility for some reason, having an opportunity, but being in a space of, doubt, so I think it's just that it gets more subtle.
Yeah.
Once you have the light shined on it, then you just need to keep an eye open for, oh wait, what's going on here? What's my intention here in that, or what am I thinking? What's behind this? What am I feeling? Especially when you have a body response, a trigger of some kind, that one, it's easy to go, oh, well, I feel triggered. What am I thinking? Or, what am I feeling? What's my belief? It's the other thing, the things when you go, oh, I'm not really feeling triggered, but I'm not doing what I said I wanted to do. I'm not in alignment with my intention. So what's going on here? What am I? Still, it works there too. What am I feeling? What's my belief?
I'm sorry, I have to.
Excuse me.
I have 18 awning rings for a truck like this. I always have it on the hook there. Mine isn't there, and this one is. Would you happen to have one somewhere else that we could have mixed them up?
Look on my keys. take my car. It's just full of stuff, sorry. Okay. So how's work going? Or, you know, the job thing or whatever?
Oh, it's fine. I mean, I haven't started yet, but she's going to be getting me on the schedule. So I've been mostly picking up odd jobs for now.
Uh-huh.
It's just slow right now. And it's better that I wait to take that job because overall it's going to pay better than any other place around here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just waiting for her to get me on the schedule. And then probably the next, thinking about month or so, maybe somewhere in there, I'll be back at my old job. And then I'll also start teaching more classes.
Mm-hmm.
So those two pieces will come together, I think, pretty well.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about what the homework did for you. The question.
Okay.
So in your yearnings, you know, connecting with your yearnings, what was it that stood out in relationships, in confidence and visibility, your gifts?
Right. Yeah. Let's see here how I wrote this out. It's pretty long, actually.
That's good.
Yeah, it came out really well. I was happy. Well, I think first, like confidence, like what I wrote, number one was I want to create for myself. I said I am true to myself and my dreams, and high level dreams, not low level dreams, just like really super mundane, but meaning high level dreams and like what are my highest aspirations, like in my heart? Who do I really see myself as being and on this planet? You know, that kind of,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And so, you know, for me, it's like being a person that's a benefit to others, you know, in the way of what I do, what I teach, what I practice. That's so essential for me, and really stepping into that in an authentic way in myself and like owning it, basically.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
That's like, yeah, that's something I really feel like it's like my life mission.
So how's that feel?
Really good. Really amazing, actually.
Mm-hmm. And
Feels
connecting
happy.
with that. Yeah. It's like you're radiant about it.
Yeah, I just saw that in the little. I was like, oh,
Look at me.
yeah.
So
That's number one. Number one, the high level dreams.
uh-huh. And then where's the energy?
My personal energy in it.
You know what I mean? It's when it said about it, connecting to the energy, noticing where the energy is, in what area, where the energy is. Because the energy and intention, magic happens. You see,
Right.
too, magic happens. So where do you feel the most energy in manifesting what you want to manifest? What are you most excited about?
I would have to say, if I had my dream, it would be having an online website and being able to travel from here to other places to do teachings like workshops and retreats and kind of use this space here as a hub that I come back to. That's
Go ahead.
That to me is like really exciting.
So can you take a year and let's just focus on this next year, right?
Okay.
And for the intentions of what we're doing here, focus on the next year, what you want to manifest in the next year, because it's so close. You see what I'm saying? It's so close. You know, so then, you know, in the next 90 days, you know, in order to manifest that dream and make it a reality, what resources, what things would you need to do to manifest that? You know.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just writing that question down because that's a good question.
I have a few.
Really good question.
So like, and then it had some area about finishing these sentences in the area of I most need to create blank to get to the next level. So in the area of your yoga business, what do you most need to create to get to the next level?
I would have to say I would have to do more refinement on my website for sure. Refinement on my website.
Okay. All right.
That's going to be a key piece. Just, when people come even to Shasta, or just putting myself out there to make myself a little more known to the world that I actually exist.
What about either videos or blogs or something you can do online to gain presence?
Yes, that's
So
huge.
you see what I'm saying? So that they have a website to go to, but and you can do a blog on medium.com and send people to it. That's where I have my article on, I have one on relationships and one on soulmates. That could be your blog. You know what I mean? You can go somewhere else and do a blog. It doesn't necessarily have to be on your website. Now, I haven't looked at your page. Do you have a business page for your, on Facebook for your business?
No, I need to do that too. Business Facebook page. I do have one started. It's just not launched yet.
Yes.
Part of my problem is the photos. I just don't have good photos right now, and I need to get that done because that's going to be big. It's
Photos
very visual.
of you?
Yeah, of me.
Because there's a lot of photos that you can draw from, free photos. You know that, right?
Yeah,
the visual things. And you can take some really good selfies too. So
right.
you can always change the photo later.
Right.
So what would you need to do to get a good photo of yourself? Well, how would you prepare for it?
Just ask a friend basically, and dress decent and just do it, really, because I have a friend who said she's willing to, so this week I might actually have her help me with that piece.
So the best time to take photos is 45 minutes before sunset.
Oh, okay.
Because of the glow.
Okay.
Of course, the rain is a whole different factor, right? But you do it on the inside. But I mean, I even have this amazing photo of my dog I took at the lake that has this glow to it, so just something to think about. And then practice doing some selfies.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that one on my book is a selfie. All of mine are selfies.
Right. Okay.
Just kind of play with it. And then also having actually nipple line up. That way they get a little bit of the top of you. And I know they say that to do that for singles ads. I was reading about that. It doesn't have to be the whole you. You want them to see that intimate part of you, your face, really be able to see your face. So if it's your whole body, we're not going to get to focus in on your face and your beautiful eyes, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's take it a look at it a year out, and close your eyes for a moment. It's 1 year from now. What are you doing in your business? What are you feeling? What are you experiencing? What's exciting? See your future self. Let her come and guide you.
Wow.
And she is all excited and she's looking amazing and you love looking at her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really a love and acceptance of her. Draw her in and let her guide you. So what does it look like? Do you have a room full of students?
Yes, a room full of students, and I'm somewhere out in the world doing work and very joyful, and the people are very happy to have me there. And it feels really exciting to be able to go from place to place and then see beautiful places and spaces. and make new connections, make beautiful new connections all around the world.
I love it. So, and what are you lecturing? Are you teaching yoga? Are you teaching teachers? What are you doing?
I'm teaching yoga at this point, and then also doing some lectures on yoga and philosophy, spirituality generally.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and open your eyes and write down any notes that come to mind.
That's great.
What is? What? Tell
Just
me.
that vision of that being out there, and like I saw it extending because I always used to think it would be great to travel and then also become an importer of
Mhm.
like cool things. I like cool things, and like help support artists out there. So that could be a part of something that I do on just as a side business, basically.
So could you see yourself as a businesswoman, the
Yeah.
wise woman out there doing it, managing the money, managing the whatever it is? So what's a good place to start there locally so that you can get your juices flowing and excitement going? Now I know you said once you're working, you can start focusing on getting classes going up there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have a space?
Yeah, there's a couple of spaces. There's Shasta Yoga, which I'll go back to for at least one, possibly in the spring, 2 nights a week. I just started a second private class, so now I have two private classes right now, and then I'll in February I think I'll start Shasta Yoga again, and then there's another place called Temple of Intention that I think I might call my friend to see if I can teach there as well too, so I can start hitting more demographics because they're all kind of like different,
Mm-hmm.
and so I have to look at my schedule and see like how can I consolidate the days so I'm not like spread out so thin. I can just go a few days and teach private classes. I would like to actually increase the private classes because I earn more money
Oh yeah?
in private class. Yeah, it's just because there are people who actually want what I have to offer. Where community classes are kind of like hit and miss
Mm-hmm.
all the
There
time.
was a yoga teacher at the Reading at Shasta Community or Shasta Fitness or whatever it's called now. I can't even remember. Shasta Athletic Club.
Mm.
People, this class was packed all the time, and it was her warm way of doing things, right? And her personality when she was teaching, you
Mhm.
know. And I loved the way she let you know that whatever pace you're at, you're in your perfect place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
that was really cool. And I have this vision for you that that room is packed.
Mhm.
That room is,
Thank you.
yeah. So that room is packed, and and that's the vision you want to probably, start develop or hold of,
Yeah. Yes.
take some time every day and in your meditation or whatever, take a few minutes and see the people coming for what you have to offer. Filling that room,
Yes.
telling others, oh, you got to come to this class. It's so amazing. You just feel so
Yes.
good. She really helps you get tapped into who you are.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mhm. So, discovering what your niche is. You're like me, mine, I'm developing my spiritual abilities, you know. That's my intention, to have that be part of, the empath and the hearing voices and the, visual thing or whatever it is. But what's your gift? You're unique. And then remember we talked about branding, in that other
Right.
class we took together. So really starting to think about what you stand for. And even if you have to go back and rewrite or refresh your mission statement and your the other one? Values.
Values, yeah.
Right? And then have those around you so that you really resonate with it all the time. Because it's about vibration.
Right,
Right?
yes.
What we put out, we get back tenfold. So, you know, and here's the thing, I have a little story to tell you. So I was talking to my sister and my friend John about this today, that I am working through the thing about not asking for help. So
Yes.
when I'm in this vibration of I'm afraid to ask for help or I don't deserve it or whatever that is, and then I shifted it and started asking for help, and then people weren't available. And you know why? Because I was still experiencing the residual of believing they weren't there. It doesn't always change. You know, it's like the universe or my spirit guides are testing me. Are you sure? You know, do you really believe that you deserve to be helped or whatever it is? And I kept asking until I found someone who let me spend the night. That's what it was. I had nowhere to sleep, and I didn't want to sleep in the car. And the first two people I asked, I go, well, one lady said, well, it would have been better if you'd called last night. I thought you were coming last night. And then, you know, and it was about a cat, and she felt bad, and she's like, well, go, I'll let you, but, you know, if you can find another place, try. You know, so that didn't feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ended up going home that night and then coming back. But the next night I made sure I had somewhere to go. And I had asked somebody else. But what I'm saying is, my point is, sometimes we have to persevere through that because we've already set it up for the negative thing. So,
yes.
So when we come up with, this is my new way of being, this is my new truth, and sometimes it's still coming back at us in the old, it's the residual of it. I believe it is anyway. Because it's like create a vacuum, you know, and we need to clear that clutter out of the way so we can open the door. So you know, so if you find yourself running into that, and I'm not totally sure why I brought that up, but.
No, it's great because I think it was about how, you know, me visualizing my classes being packed.
Mm-hmm.
And like in the past, it was kind of weak and not so full and
so,
like.
Yeah, but it's also identifying what's your special gift.
Mm-hmm.
In your class, what is it that you have to offer that no one else does?
I am really, my gift is really actually, because I'm an alignment teacher, but that's like a simple definition. Like the physical alignment's one thing, but I actually really am good at reading people and getting into niches and like seeing where they need to work on things and it's funny because I'm like you said before, like you should do that for yourself more, but I can read people really well and like help guide them at deeper levels of transformation, which is a huge gift that I think in a way I've almost starved myself of my own gift by not doing the work.
Yeah.
And it had, you know, so I'm not full of what my actual gift is because I've shied away from it because of the insecurity.
So here's a new practice that I've taken on, and I learned this in church yesterday. Just sit down for a few minutes before your class, get into your meditative state, into that, and then ask your spirit guides or the universe or divine intelligence or whatever it is that you resonate with to guide you so that you can give your gifts, you know, and then thank them.
Right.
Right? That I'm open to, you know, a message, or I'm open to guidance, divine guidance, you know, to take that. It's kind of like when I use my pendulum for chakra clearing.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask my pendulum, may I use you for this task? You know, may I use you? You know, will you be an extension of me? You know, and then I have a yes and a no. I always go, show me what yes is, and it's always from me out, and show me what no is, and it's always sideways. It's so amazing, because I'll hold the little ball and close my eyes and then open it up to see if it's moving. But what I'm saying is being in that space of asking something greater than yourself, right? To tap into that river,
Yeah.
a flow of something huge, so that you can be a channel or a conduit for something from the divine.
Yes, that feels really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that in you. Yeah. And I think that it's really just about getting in alignment with it and practicing it. And once you realize it feels good and it's effective, that it'll help build your confidence.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, think of the times, you know, you've had a spiritual experience. And it might have been looking at a beautiful sunset, or you got a message, right? And so tapping into that is greater than you, and see yourself as the fountain that it's flowing through, and you're overflowing. What is that Lisa Nichols says? I want to feed others from my saucer, not from my cup. So, you know, I try to see a fountain overflowing. See, then you're taking care of you and you're modeling it. And that's the other thing, is showing up as the woman you want to be in that relationship. So modeling it. That might be the new challenge for the week. You know, what does that look like? You know, what is being, you know, sharing my gifts and being successful at this, what does that look like? How would I show up? What would I do first thing in the morning to take care of myself, to prepare myself for my day? What rituals will I have to move this forward? And it's really because people are looking at you and you're modeling behavior. And so, because action speaks so much louder than words, right? So it's about alignment, right? And then being in alignment, and here we are again, alignment, that's what you do. Being in alignment with who you are as a spiritual being.
That feels so good.
Yeah, and doing that in a way that you're bringing that kind of message, whether it's that message in particular or your version of it, to the people, to take that to that higher space. You know, that you have this unique gift of taking it to the next level, right? When I taught aerobics for Richard Simmons, I used to have them. What?
You did? That's awesome.
I would have them, I'd have them dancing across the room diagonally, and, you know, so they could really move with whatever move we were doing, you know, and I'd teach them the move and we'd be doing it. And I'd say, you're beautiful, stand tall, you know, raise your crown to the skies, you know, you know, but those kind of affirmative statements that really help to resonate with people and have them give that experience, giving them that experience of raising it up, so that they're going, wow, that was amazing, I'm coming back. You know, and, you know, and you can do it, you know, I mean, while you're doing your postures and stuff, remember that people, it's a great opportunity because they are listening. It's a great opportunity to raise them up. And when you or I have that experience of being lifted up to a new level, and we like it, we want to go there again.
Right. Yes.
But if you take your gifts of alignment and you know, that might even be something you think about or brainstorm about, the alignment in a spiritual sense, and tie that into your yoga. Yeah, I love alignment. Alignment. And in fact, this thing was the power of alignment was in here. You know, and that meant being in alignment with what it is you want to manifest.
Right.
Having clarity about what it is you want to manifest.
Yes.
So taking the time every day, you know, visit that future self. Right?
I love that.
And then see what she looks like. How does she stand? What is she wearing? How does she carry herself? You know, and is it confident? And are the words she says, everyone's listening because they're so powerful and empowering?
Yeah.
Yeah. So really getting a sense of what that looks like. And then in the meantime, developing your social media somehow. You know, gaining a presence. Maybe, you know, once you got, like, at some point you could do, and this will be a stretch, but you'll love it on the other end, a 30-day video challenge.
Oh, okay.
And you don't have to, you can record 2 at a time and then just set the thing to release it. How many people are on your Facebook?
Like 300 and something, somewhere around there.
Start.
Yeah.
Because those are people that know you and they'll support you. You can blame it on me.
Yeah.
My coach has got me doing this video challenge, you know, so here I go, you know, and I make it more than 3 minutes. I tried to keep it to just a couple of minutes. And if you do it 1 minute, you can post it on Instagram without paying for it.
Oh, the video itself? 1 minute?
Yeah. If you get, you know, maybe you have, like, I pulled something from my inspirations book. I may start them up again. I have 1 or 2 on my Instagram. You know, but you can do them on your Facebook. But it's the consistency. I'm thinking about starting another video challenge, so watch for it. You know, but it helps you gain confidence. You know, and you start with the people that love you, right? The people that like you enough to be on your page. And, you know, find something. It's, you know, Google things. Make a little plan of what the next 7 days thing's going to be. You know, say, okay, I'm going to do this video challenge. I'm going to gain, because I want to gain visibility. You know, you want to be that woman that travels the world. It takes 1 step at a time. So somehow that gaining that visibility with consistency. Right? And I don't mean to overwhelm you at all. I just want to kind of spread it all out and take a look at it and say, okay, in order to manifest this, got to start getting some visibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
And yeah, you could talk about yoga. You could talk about yoga philosophy. You could practice the things you would say in a speech.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
you know, and really just unpeel the layers of the onion and say, okay, what do I want to lead with or share? What's going to make an impact with people?
Right.
You know, and you can do a video, upload it, and they're really easy. I found that when I do it on my phone, it's a lot easier to upload to Facebook if it's short.
Okay.
And then the thing is that if you like it, you know, what you can do is start a YouTube channel with them and have them all in one place, right? So then here's the other thing. If you're doing a live or you're doing some kind of, like if you're doing a Facebook Live, remember what the lady said, to say hi to everybody and then pause, restate what you're there for. You know, I mean, start it off stating what you're there for, what you're going to teach, and then pause after you say hi to everybody so that you can clip it.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
And don't do that. You keep picking at your nose. When you watch this video, you're going to see that. I just want to make you aware of that, okay?
Okay.
Because it's
a face touching thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
well, you know, you're pulling at your nose, and you know. No, we're talking about video, so I just wanted to, because it's a safe place to shine a light on that, because things we don't realize, you know.
Right.
Yeah. And you know, play with the camera. I have a tripod that I play with, and my nose is flared, so I like the camera up here. Figure out what your best angle is.
Okay.
Okay. Kind of play with it this week. You don't have to do any, you know, do one and send it to me if you want,
Okay.
just to do it,
Right.
you know, and start thinking about, you know, like you can brainstorm, start in a circle, you know, I want, you know, what my main idea of this is, I want to get powerful information out, and then start making lines from it, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that, I want to talk, you know what I mean? And brainstorming it, right? So
Right.
you start to get excited about it.
Right.
Because we want to go for some visibility. I get a really clear picture of what you want to manifest.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that you're going to, develop it as you go. So what do you think's been your biggest block in manifesting what you want?
It's just still being in the thick of it, like still not like knowing exactly where I'm gonna land. That's a challenge for me because I feel like I'm kind of one of those persons who likes some stability in like my home life. And so I found out just recently, like in this place I live in, the landlord's only gonna give me till April 21st. And then I had to deal with like, with my ex and like what we're gonna do with Jack the dog and in that respect. And then there's the cats and I'm looking at what that is and how if I'm gonna keep them or not. Most likely, if it comes down to it, my ex will take Jack and I'll keep the cats, which is sad. It's a sad thing. It's a hard thing to think about, but at the same time, I have to do what's best for them, and I have to do what's best for me. Because it's like so it's like once I think that's a big block. I think a lot of ways once I get through this, like I'm not saying I'm not going to do work on my site, and I should because it's important. But I think once that kind of smooths out here soon, I think that's going to make a big difference in my ability to just say, okay, now here I am. This is, I work these hours, I teach these hours, I live here, and then I don't know. It just feels like it's just a lot more realistic.
So what can you do now to help you move through this with courage and grace?
That whole thing, the thing I just said, everything, all of that.
Because you're in it now, kind of like me moving and all of that.
Yeah.
Right? What, and you don't have to come up with an answer now, but what I want to pose the question of what kinds of things can you do to nurture you, to help you through this, to love you? What if you're your dearest friend? How would you love and nurture her? And that might be a good thing to keep asking yourself along the way. What advice would I give my dearest friend if she was faced with this? I would tell her to, love herself. I would, support her, whatever it would be. But it's a tough time.
It's
a challenging time. I like that better.
Yes.
A challenging time. So in order to move through this, being in that space of loving and nurturing yourself is so powerful.
Yeah.
Right? So asking yourself, what can I do to help her through this?
Right.
Because you're really good at helping others.
Yes, I know. It's
And
like
the gift
ridiculous.
and you know that the gift is there. It's just about turning it toward yourself. And going back to that exercise, it's I know it's on my, I'll look for it. You might have it, that one, what do you need?
Right. I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So what are you doing on a daily basis to give you that foundation? And, what practices or rituals do you have in place? Or can you put in place? Because this is without judgment. I'm not saying, oh, you should have this in place. No, I'm saying, what do you have or can you have in place that will love and nurture Liv? Because right now you need that loving and nurturing. And there may not be, somebody physically available to do that. And you're really good at it.
Yeah. Yeah. What can I do? It's for me, it really comes down to if I can get up in the morning and I can do my meditation, my yoga first thing, like early in the morning, it sets the whole tone for everything. The whole day.
Okay.
It's much better. The day is better.
So what gets in the way of that?
Lack of discipline, laziness.
Abandonment, self-abandonment.
Again.
So
yeah.
let me share this with you. I know that it takes more than 21 days to build a habit, but by 21 days, you've got something going there. The first 3 days are the most challenging. So what if you had, I find this visual tool is very powerful. And it has to be like on a calendar or on somewhere on the wall where you're going to see it all the time. So it's like a calendar. And then say you get up and you do a yoga and you make this symbol for yoga. This Y with a circle or whatever it is. It tells you that I did my yoga. And, you know, or an M for meditate. You know, and I like to do an M with a circle around it. I'm like, yeah, I did my yoga, did my meditation. I'm ready. You see what I'm saying? So, and just focus on, okay, I'm getting up, I'm doing this today. And then the next day, I'm getting up, I'm going to get 3 days in there, so I'm getting up and doing this today. And I'm telling you, once you do 3 days, you will feel different. And you'll lay there in bed and go, oh, I don't want to do that. And then you'll go, oh, but I don't want to break my record. Right?
Right.
So it's a way of, it's a way of tricking yourself, right? Because then you have this visual thing where it's like, oh man, I got to get that other box filled in, that other day filled in, you know, put that, you know, or maybe it's an X, whatever it is, and then make sure that you celebrate it when you do it. Because it's that energy that drives the momentum forward.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's powerful. Yeah. I've used that with patients for working out.
Yeah.
Yeah. They go, wow, that helps. You know, just, I don't even know where I got that. But that really helps to have some kind of visual. But like I said, it's got to be, I found that it doesn't work on my phone. Having a calendar or some little app on my phone, it's not the same as seeing it on the mirror or seeing it on the wall or, you know, walking up to it and making that M or that star or whatever it is that symbolizes that peace, that ritual, that, you know. So, you know, you're going through some challenging times, and you know that having these things in place will make a world of difference, and you know you're worth it.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
And maybe an affirmation card, I'm worth it.
I am worth it, yes.
Yeah, I am worth it.
I like that one.
I am more than enough to have the life I want. You know, whatever it is that, you know, you have index cards everywhere. I like the bright colored ones.
Yeah.
I used to have all around my computer, you know, tape, and I think I'll do that again so that when I'm here, I'm like, okay, I am more than enough. And money.
I just wrote, I am enough on my refrigerator in little letters.
My sister just wrote, I am enough on her refrigerator in little letters.
Oh, that's great.
I'm more than enough to have the life I want, or the universe has my back. Whatever resonates with you.
I like the universe has my back. That's awesome too.
Especially now.
Yes.
You know, the universe has my back, you know, because we feel like we need something that supports us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Totally.
Yeah. Let's see if there's any. Go ahead.
I was going to say I believe in spirit, and so it makes a lot of sense for me because I've always felt very spirit-led in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something beautiful for me to just have that knowing, because ultimately I think that's really what it is. I mean, the big picture.
Let me try plugging this back in.
Okay.
I don't know how this goes. It stopped echoing. I don't know. Maybe that was just the beginning. Okay, now talk. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, cool.
I can hear you.
I don't know why it was doing that, but this might be a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, Let me think here. I just don't want to miss anything. So the thing that's really important is what would your what fulfillment of your vision look like, and then what would it feel like, smell like, taste like? Meredith. And what would it mean for you to have your life like this? You know, what would it mean? So taking some time to contemplate those things. So let's do that. We have still some time.
Okay.
So, okay, the vision. Get real clear on the vision. And describe it to me.
It's exhilarating and
Mhm.
exciting, and I actually feel like I'm living the life that I'm supposed to live. I feel like I'm fulfilled. I feel like I have meaning in my life, and it's people are grateful for it.
So what is it? Okay, so we got feel like. What's it smell like?
Sweet,
Sweet honeysuckle, something like that.
yeah, sweet, and like roses. I love roses.
And taste
Beautiful
like.
roses. Yeah, I had a dream a few like weeks ago about someone planting a bunch of like beautiful rose bushes all around my home, and it's kind
Mm,
of like beautiful rose bushes, just such beauty, and it smells so sweet and so lovely and clean.
yeah, the beautiful ones that have a fragrance, huh?
Hmm.
And so why is now the time for you to make these changes?
Because I feel like I'm at a pinnacle movement in my like a shifting point in my life.
Mhm.
This is really what, like, I feel like the universe has said, look, you got to step up your game. Like
And then,
this is a sign.
so where have you been getting stuck or stopped?
Again, I think I feel like I'm a little swamped. Like with
Okay.
I've got a lot of stuff to pack, and I just found out a week ago that this whole thing was happening with the house. Because up to this point, I was still under the illusion I might be possibly staying here. So, am I still
So,
closing my eyes?
oh, if you want, what would
Okay.
be,
Oh yeah, because that's the meditative piece.
yeah, what would be, let's see, what would it be like if it was an adventure? Just close your eyes a
Fun,
minute. Think about it as if it's an adventure for new opportunities.
fun, fun.
Fun, right? So you see the shift?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stay in that place of, oh, I'm overwhelmed, or you can say, I wonder what possibilities are coming out of this. I wonder what new opportunities I get to experience, you know, that I would have missed before staying in that old space or that old relationship or that old whatever, right?
Yeah.
And taking time to really just allowing yourself to be in that space. What are the possibilities? Because it's very different than the victim chair, you know. And I want to point out that when you're feeling overwhelmed, that's the victim chair,
Mhm.
right? It, and that's what I mean by how it gets subtle. You know, it's not so blatant. But when we're feeling overwhelmed, we're in the victim chair. So get up, walk across the room, and go sit in the chair of possibility and start asking possibility questions. I wonder how this is going to turn out. I wonder who I can turn to. I wonder what new people I'm going to meet. You know, and when you're open to meeting new people, they come, and so do opportunities with those people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even Joy told a story about a writer that she met somewhere, right? She
Yeah.
went to something, and, you know, so, hmm. Obstacles
I
and
love
blocks. Go ahead.
this session's really good. Just I think it feels really light, very beautiful.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Yeah.
Good questions. I'm reading some of them. Let's see. How might you begin to see yourself as the source of your pattern, you know, your old patterns? So think about that. You know, like the overwhelm, you know, how can you see yourself as the source of that? You see what I'm saying? And what that is the old pattern of childhood. I'm not enough, I'm invisible, I don't have a voice, whatever that is. But that
Right.
pattern of overwhelm, you know, how might you begin to see yourself as the source of this pattern?
Right, yes.
And then how might you be relating to yourself, others, or life in a way that covertly co-creates this pattern? And one of them would be not taking care of yourself, not taking charge of things, and doing the things that nurture you, right? And then when we don't, and we're going, oh, I'm so overwhelmed, and then things happen that out of that overwhelmedness that justify me saying I'm overwhelmed. See, nothing's working. Okay. So the idea is stepping back and taking a look at it, like that wider vision. How am I contributing to this? And it might be, one thing would be inaction, you know, not taking the steps to nurture yourself, self-abandonment. Okay. You've come so far just in the few times we've talked here. It's so cool.
Thank you. I know, I'm always excited.
You're not the same person that you were in the beginning of that first session we did. You're not the same person.
Thank
And you're
you.
doing the work. You're doing the work. I'm just lighting the way in a direction. That's all. You're doing the work.
Thank you.
Yeah, I bet. Because I could be talking to someone and then just totally not get it. Not you.
Right.
Because see, you want a better life.
Yes, I
And
do.
you know, there's that. What did Lee say? 95% of the people just do, they don't think.
Yeah.
3% think, but they don't quite have it. You know,
Right.
and the top 2% think and process and do.
Yeah.
So it's
I want
about,
to be there.
yeah,
That's
to be that willingness to you know, be hungry for, you know, taking your life to that next level. Yeah.
right.
Okay, so setting a clear intention. Let's see. It says something that's positive, life-affirming, co-creative, that inspires you to move in a direction that would represent graduation from the old pattern. So setting an intention for the next week that would, just one thing to work on. I know we've talked about a lot of stuff, but what if you just worked on one thing for the next week? Whether it was the morning ritual, you know, and just see what changes. You know, so,
Yeah.
but you pick something, you know, that you're committed to, that you can be in alignment with, and then you can step up and be committed to.
I like the morning ritual because it's the foundation for everything else. That's what it feels like to me. Like that's the rock that the whole tone is set for everything else to go forward.
So would it help if you sent me a text every morning when you did it?
Sure.
Would it help having an accountability buddy?
Sure.
Okay. And then I'll respond with like exploding hearts or something.
Okay.
Whatever I can figure out.
Yeah.
If you do it on Messenger, I can do that.
Yeah.
You know, but if having an accountability would help, you know, buddy, would help to just get you in the groove of it.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. We just have a few more minutes. I just wanted to see. Okay, so you have a clear intention. And give me some takeaways from the session. What was the best part of the session?
I would have to say you really brought a lot of light into the session. It really was amazing. Like you really basically, I feel like, got down to the crux of what's really valuable
Mm-hmm.
in my life, and what my true intention is, and bringing what my goals are, in weaving it into that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I got
'Cause
goosebumps.
more importantly than the I touched my face again. More importantly than the the financial success part is really spirit to me. That's
Mm-hmm.
the key. That's the first key, and then everything else feels like it should roll into that.
Right.
So you
Right.
tapped into, and that felt really good.
Cool. Because if you have a room full of people who want to be in your class, there's like barely room for them, the money will come.
Yeah.
You know, if you're showing up in a way that people want to tap into what you have, the money will come. So it's about visibility. I think for you, it's about visibility, and some of that comes out of that belief of how you present, and that is a false belief. Do you hear me? That is someone else's idea of being cruel. You're a beautiful, beautiful woman. You're a beautiful woman. Look in that mirror and tell her how beautiful she is, right? Get used to looking in the mirror. How do you feel about looking in the mirror?
Most of the time lately, better than I have in the past.
Okay.
Sometimes still a little like meh, but on average, I would have to say much better. Much better.
Start getting real intimate with her in the mirror, right? In the morning, good morning, beautiful. I love you. As if you've got someone else there in the house that you want to make them feel good. That you love so much that you want them to know how much you love them.
Right.
Yeah. So add that to your rituals. Morning ritual of, mirror work. I gotta find another word for that. That's what Louise Hay called it, mirror work. But I don't want to call it work. Mirror joy. I don't know. You know what I mean? But because that'll help you in your presentation or your confidence in yourself. But also, because that's an old pattern and an old belief. And even though you're feeling better about it, it's a deep emotional pain, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So in order to get through that, you've got to introduce that beautiful woman that you are to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so beautiful. Yeah. You have no idea.
Thank you.
So, you just have to, talk to that little girl in there and let her know how beautiful she is, because she was told she wasn't.
Yeah.
Right? So even if you're looking in the mirror, telling her, talking like you're talking to your little child, you're so beautiful. Oh, look at you. You're so beautiful, and you're smart too. Whatever it takes, just have a few minutes and have some fun with it. Talk like you're talking to someone that you really treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will.
Because you do.
I love that.
Yeah. Because and you see how that'll take it to the next level?
Yes, I do, actually.
It'll raise that up to something powerful.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Good.
I really am. Yeah.
Good. So when do you want to meet again?
Well, because we kind of skipped last week and away in this Monday, so I was thinking maybe like Saturday or Sunday of this week. Would that work so we can stay on track?
Yes. So I'll go on and send you the next module.
Okay.
Okay.
And will this video come with it too?
Yes. I'll send this right away. Then you'll have it. And what it'll say video 1. Or something like that, and then you can save it in a box, and then they'll all be in there. I have to make the module up. I haven't done it yet, but it'll be there tomorrow. But the video will go tonight. I won't walk away from here again. And I think I had to go somewhere that night, and then when I came back, I turned it off. That will not happen again, because this was a good video. This was a good video. Okay.
This was a great video, yeah.
Yeah. So Sunday night, I just got a rush of goosebumps. Sunday night at 7 or Saturday when?
Let's do Sunday, sure.
Sunday at 7?
7, yeah.
Will you work when you work? Will you work on Sundays at 7?
No. No.
Good.
That's
So
only
that might be a good slot for us.
Okay.
Because when I start working, I was looking at like my schedule and going, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? Right? I need to do groups because it's going to be, I'm going to have a narrow amount of, you know, I'm only going to have so many hours a week to do privates, you know.
Right.
So let's do Sunday, try to stick to Sundays at 7.
Okay.
And if something comes up, we can shift it, you know.
Okay.
But I'm going to go in there and sign you in for that.
Okay.
And you'll get an email reminder, okay? All right. Okay.
Well, you're beautiful too. You really are. You're amazing.
Thank
Your
you.
work is amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. Spirit helped tonight. It was cool. So, you know, doing that, try that the next time you go teach a class. To sit there and just ask Spirit to guide you. That you're open and receptive to divine guidance or whatever it is. However you can draw from that higher power. And what did Aletha taught me as far as bringing your energy down to you from Spirit? You go counterclockwise. It's kind of like a lasso. I always want to go like this, but it's counterclockwise and pull it down. I don't know if you can see that. Counterclockwise and pull it down. So pulling that energy down, Spirit energy down into you. Really powerful, because when I do that, I feel that energy going down. Ooh, goosebumps. I always get goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down. That's good.
I might start doing, like on my Facebook group, like talks about chakras and energy centers. I am going to post that one Meredith sent me. It's about 15 minutes long about tapping in your temporal lobes. It was powerful. It was powerful.
Oh, cool.
So anyway, okay, next Sunday at 7, morning texts on your ritual. And I'll send this video now, and then I'll start working on the other thing. You'll have it by tomorrow.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye. Love you.
Love you. Okay.
Thank you.